Mystery of Flight 571, World's Greatest Miracle. The mystery of Flight 571, also known as the Miracle of the Andes, is a remarkable story of survival, resilience, and human endurance. It revolves around the harrowing ordeal faced by the survivors of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571, which crashed into the Andes Mountains on October 13, 1972. Number 6. Background. Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571, also known as Fuerza Aérea Uruguaya Flight 571, was a chartered flight that departed from Montevideo, Uruguay on October 13, 1972. The passengers on board included 45 individuals, among them members of the Old Christians Club rugby union team from Stella Maris College in Montevideo, Uruguay. The team was accompanied by family members, friends, and associates, totaling 45 passengers and crew. The purpose of the flight was to transport the rugby team to Santiago, Chile, where they were scheduled to participate in a match against the Old Graymonian Club. The team, composed mostly of young men, was eager to compete and represent their school and country on the rugby field. However, the journey took a tragic turn when the aircraft encountered adverse weather conditions and navigational challenges. As the flight progressed over the Andes Mountains, the pilots struggled to maintain their intended course. Thick clouds, turbulence, and limited visibility made navigation difficult, ultimately leading to a fatal error in judgment. In the early afternoon of October 13, 1972, the aircraft, a Fairchild F-227D twin-engine turboprop, crashed into the rugged and remote terrain of the Andes Mountains. The impact was catastrophic, resulting in the loss of 12 lives instantly, including several members of the rugby team and crew members. The survivors, approximately 33 individuals, found themselves stranded in the harsh and unforgiving environment of the Andes. They were faced with extreme cold, limited food supplies, and the daunting realization that they were miles away from any form of civilization. Despite their dire circumstances, the survivors remained resolute and united in their determination to endure and overcome the challenges ahead. What followed was a harrowing saga of survival, resilience, and the indomitable human spirit. The survivors, led by team captain Marcelo Perez, formed a tight-knit community and utilized their resourcefulness to adapt to their surroundings. They salvaged what they could from the wreckage of the aircraft, including blankets, clothing, and meager rations, to sustain themselves in the harsh mountain environment. As days turned into weeks, the survivors faced mounting challenges, including freezing temperatures, snowstorms, and the gradual depletion of their food supplies. Despite their best efforts to ration their provisions, starvation became an imminent threat, prompting the survivors to contemplate desperate measures in order to survive. In a moment of profound desperation, the survivors made the agonizing decision to consume the flesh of their deceased companions. This controversial act of cannibalism, though morally and ethically fraught, was viewed as a last resort to sustain their dwindling strength and increase their chances of survival. The ordeal of the survivors captured the attention of the world as news of their plight spread through international media outlets. Despite the remote location of the crash site and the formidable challenges facing rescue efforts, the families of the survivors refused to give up hope, launching a determined campaign to locate and rescue their loved ones. 72 days after the crash, on December 20, 1972, two of the survivors, Nando Parado and Roberto Canessa, embarked on a perilous trek through the mountains in search of help. Their remarkable journey spanned several days and involved traversing treacherous terrain and facing numerous obstacles along the way. Finally, on the 10th day of their journey, Parado and Canessa encountered a Chilean shepherd who provided them with much-needed assistance. The shepherd alerted authorities, leading to the initiation of a rescue mission to locate the remaining survivors. In a dramatic and emotional conclusion to their ordeal, the survivors were airlifted to safety by helicopters dispatched as part of the rescue operation. Despite their physical and emotional scars, the survivors emerged from their ordeal with a newfound appreciation for life and a profound sense of gratitude for the support and solidarity of their fellow human beings. Number 5. Crash and immediate aftermath. As the chilling winds whipped through the snow-covered peaks, the survivors of the crash found themselves thrust into a merciless battle for survival. The haunting echoes of the tragedy still lingered in the air as they grappled with the grim reality of their situation. With no sign of rescue in sight and the frigid temperatures plummeting rapidly, their hopes dwindled with each passing moment. In the wake of the disaster, makeshift shelters were hastily constructed using whatever scant resources they could salvage from the wreckage. These crude structures offered little respite from the biting cold, but they provided a faint glimmer of refuge against the merciless elements. The survivors huddled together, their breaths forming icy clouds in the bitter air as they sought solace in their shared struggle. As the days stretched on, hunger gnawed at their empty stomachs and desperation set in. With meager supplies dwindling rapidly, they were forced to forage for sustenance in the unforgiving wilderness. Every step through the knee-high snow was a Herculean effort, each gust of wind a reminder of their fragile existence. Number 4. Struggle for survival. With each passing day, the survivors' struggles grew more desperate as their meager provisions dwindled to almost nothing. The once treasured remnants of the plane's wreckage, chocolate bars and bottles of wine, became their only source of sustenance, consumed with a mixture of gratitude and bitter resignation. As the weeks stretched on, hunger gnawed at their stomachs with increasing intensity, and the harsh reality of their situation became undeniable. With no sign of rescue on the horizon and their food supplies nearly exhausted, they were faced with a dire ultimatum: either find a way to sustain themselves or succumb to the merciless embrace of starvation. In the face of this grim reality, the survivors were forced to make an agonizing decision in order to prolong their chances of survival. With heavy hearts and trembling hands, they turned to the only option left available to them: cannibalism. The decision was not made lightly, and it weighed heavily on the minds and souls of each individual involved. But in the unforgiving wilderness of the snow-covered mountains, where survival trumped all moral considerations, they knew that desperate times called for desperate measures. Number 3. Desperate measures. As the days stretched into an agonizing eternity without any sign of rescue, the survivors confronted the grim reality of their dire circumstances. Hunger gnawed at their empty stomachs with a relentless ferocity, leaving them weak and desperate. With their food supplies depleted and their bodies weakened by starvation, they faced the unimaginable choice that no one should ever have to make: to consume the flesh of their deceased companions in order to stay alive. This decision, born out of desperation and necessity, weighed heavily on their hearts and minds. The survivors grappled with a profound moral and ethical dilemma, struggling to reconcile the barbaric act of cannibalism with their own humanity. Yet, in the unforgiving expanse of the snow-covered mountains, where survival was the only currency that mattered, they saw no other viable option. With a heavy sense of resignation, they gathered around the remains of their fallen comrades, their hands trembling as they carried out the macabre task before them. Each bite was a bitter reminder of the harrowing depths to which they had been driven by the merciless grip of starvation. Number 2. Discovery and rescue. After enduring 72 days of relentless isolation and unfathomable hardship, 2 of the survivors summoned the last vestiges of their strength to embark on a perilous journey in search of help. With determination etched into their weary faces, they braved the treacherous terrain of the snow-covered mountains, their footsteps leaving a trail of hope amidst the desolate wilderness. For several days, they pressed onward through the icy expanse, their bodies pushed to the brink of exhaustion by the arduous journey. Each step was a testament to their unwavering resolve and unyielding determination to defy the odds stacked against them. Finally, their perseverance bore fruit as they stumbled upon a Chilean shepherd, a solitary beacon of humanity amidst the desolation. With tears of relief streaming down their faces, they recounted their harrowing tale to the shepherd, who wasted no time in alerting the authorities to their plight. Number 1. Aftermath and legacy. The captivating tale of the miracle of the Andes quickly captured the attention of people around the globe, becoming a symbol of resilience and the triumph of the human spirit over adversity. The survivors' harrowing ordeal inspired a multitude of books, documentaries, and films, each seeking to encapsulate the extraordinary nature of their survival against all odds. Among these adaptations, the acclaimed movie Alive stands out as a poignant portrayal of the survivors' experiences. Based on first-hand accounts and meticulous research, the film offers a visceral glimpse into the physical and emotional struggles faced by the individuals stranded in the snow-covered mountains. Through stunning cinematography and powerful storytelling, Alive brings to life the stark realities of their isolation, the agonizing decision to resort to cannibalism for survival, and the eventual triumph of the human spirit as 2 survivors embark on a perilous journey to seek help. Discover the remarkable tale of survival in Alive, a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the will to live against all odds. Watch now and be inspired.